Consume!
Welcome back, lads, to Legends of the Chandelier. I am your host.
Legends of the Chandelier? Are we
I am
following
your
the
host.
chandelier on
2
its
caster
adventures
spells
from
on the ceiling,
creation?
and today we're going to erase 101 people from existence. It's only a
No.
Oh.
Well then.
Hey, at least it's at the start where you have a wonderful cut button that just nicely removes that chunk if you really don't like it. Wouldn't it have been worse if I dropped that in the middle of a combat line?
I get the feeling it's gonna be one of those ones where if I remember to edit this video, it's just gonna cut to like the Simpsons technical difficulty screen.
So just to give context to that weirdness.
It wasn't weird.
Basically on Monday, so yesterday, my party decided we're going to get really creative in how we deal with this undead horde. They decided first to toss a chandelier at the boss, and then collapse the roof on the undead.
And then turn into a giant monkey and not even get a turn to punch the boss because the boss died in like the next hit.
Yep.
Cries in, reducing 200 damage to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like I know I was on and out for that session, but I know exactly what Dahim's doing the next the session starts. It's just like pulling Orisa to one side and be like, "Are you okay? No scratches? You hurt? No, it's fine. Don't do that shit again."
Nope.
I will. World problems.
I know you will. That's the worst part. Okay, I just got an email saying test power is sour from Manhuacha.
There we go.
Oh, that's why. They've got in toxic waste, but it's like purple ones. I'm sorry, but any sweets that's under the label toxic waste, I am staying the fuck away from. No, like.
But warheads are good.
Years back, when I've tried to think how long ago it would have been. We were back when Batcave were near the job centre.
Yeah.
I know no one watching this will get that, but essentially,
yeah, you've lost me.
When me and my cousin were in the car on the way home from there, when his mum picked us up, she gave us a barrel of toxic waste each, and we dared each other, right, 3 of those in the mouth at the same time. Let's see what happens. We had to wind down the windows to be sick.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do too many of those.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't.
Even the purple ones, because
suddenly, I really understand why you have a permanent state of acid reflux.
Actually, that would explain a shit ton of. That would explain an actual shit ton. Oh. So.
Oh dear.
Greetings everyone and welcome back to Bottom Runeterra. Last time on bottom. This time on bottom. I wanted to try and make the pun there like that. Nope. I've ruined the pun already. Moving on. So.
Anyway, welcome everybody to Rune Dungeons 3.0.
Oh my god.
Runeterra.
I will say, one of these times you have to like write out what happened last time, and then just like send me a script, and we'll start everything, and I'll come in with, and last time on Dark Tides of Runeterra, we saw our main characters get the shit kicked out of them because that one's an idiot. Yes, that one. He's your favorite, though his name is Alekxander. He's still an idiot.
I love the fact that it's like, that could be implied almost on the people, but Jack took it personally anyway.
No, we don't.
And that's why I made it Alekxander.
No, an only wing.
So.
The only DM is Bird because all they know is wing, baby.
The last time on Dark Tides of Runeterra, you ended up taking on Vex in her shadow mech.
Bitch.
Yeah, you kind of found ways to break the mechs.
Bitch.
Aside from Delris, who just decided fuck the mech.
Bitch.
Well, Alari.
Alari, yes.
Alari did what we thought Alekxander would do.
Bitch. Fucking Alari.
Yes, you tried to take over
Bitch.
Alari's mind.
That's for you, that one.
I'm not going to get the recap done in time before we hit... Never mind, we've already hit 5 minutes.
Bitch.
So, she tried to take over Alari's mind. It was only disrupted when the Deus Ex Machina that is Waffleberg jumps out from nowhere.
Bitch.
Quite literally, I don't know how. I think it was you, Ranna, or someone that quite literally said, "We need Waffleberg," and Santa rushed in.
Yes.
But he rushed in and threatened her with a whopper. Luckily, she already had to be somewhere that day, aka Piltover, and so vanished.
Fuck up.
Alexander, repeating it's not going to make it any better for you.
I would say someone just edit in a little counter there to count how many times that word was said. But that would mean
you're
more
the
work for me,
editor.
so fuck that noise.
Ha!
I am
Okay,
the editor.
I will choose a different noise. Orcus, how do you feel? Do you want to die yet? I'm going to...
I will kill you at this rate.
I've already bought my plane ticket, Dion. I'm on the way.
I mean, it's fine. We just need to wait until next Thursday.
That's fair.
So, why am I watching the screen through OBS? Why am I not actually in the window itself? What the hell is going on here? Where is my mind today? So,
Places.
It teleported out with your bitch boss, huh?
with all the minions kind of coming back to their senses before being yeeted away by Alexander in his drop. Because yes, I
Thanks for
remember that
remembering.
was a thing.
It's hard not to.
Rumble and Mariah's father just kind of calls you over, helps your mechs get back. Kind of has to wheel out and just drag back Alari and Delris' mech because no one's in it to pilot it anymore. And they just stand there looking at you all. Well, it seems like it's a bit early for a celebratory, but I mean, you did just tackle a mech twice your size. I
Ah,
think
the
that means
fucking mech got away!
It-
Again!
I mean, it did, but let's be honest here. If it wasn't that, their final test would have been against me and my mech. And if that happened, it won't have been to the death anyway, so we're all good. Same thing went down just to make
No,
it
you're
clear.
not fucking good! Fucking bastard got away again!
So,
That is like 3 times in 3 days! Alexander wishes to eviscerate small child! Although I do not know if she is small by your standard. Eviscerate I shall still do.
you look at everyone else who's a Yordle at the moment. She seems like she'd be on the smaller side of Yordles. Oddly enough, not as small as Rumble, though. Rumble is technically considered a runt.
This is not of Alexander's even remotest concerns.
So, I suggest you all get a bit of rest, and later on in the day we'll throw some festivities and do the honors ceremony kind of thing, you know. Let you all graduate.
Question.
Yes.
I may aside my own frustrations at Bastard for 5 seconds. What actually stops her from simply returning anyway? I do not believe that she is a very trustworthy person. Why do we suspect that she will hold her word?
It's not so much that she'll hold her word. It's more that I think the only reason she came back was because of that one. He kind of points to Mariah. So, with her out wandering the big wide world of Runeterra, I think that they're just going to stick to the big wide world of Runeterra. Not to mention, they kind of hate it here. Too happy, too cheery.
Is that not the entire point of coming back to fuck shit up?
Possibly. But whoever's got her on that tight leash probably wants her elsewhere.
Logic simply to remove us and therefore problem will not come back.
A little bit of that's in there, yes. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, well, if you're not going to lie, I can't really be mad now, can I?
No,
Bastard.
you can't. I can't be mad at that. And now I'm mad at not being able to be mad at that. What the fuck?
Truth be told, Alexander will be very happy to get out of the city. No offense, has been nothing but 3 days of pure frustration for Alexander.
That's fine. It's just a
Was it
ceremony,
even
and then
3
you can
days?
get going.
Yes, and it's been several days of frustration for us with you.
Never said that he was easy hire. Alexander said he was good hire. And Alexander definitely proved that when he pulverized small teenager into small box that teleports frustratingly.
So, you all have some time, just a bit of downtime before the ceremony begins later on that night. Is there anything anyone wants to be doing?
I'm taking a fucking nap. Fuck this place. Fuck
I mean,
being
you know what
alive. Fuck
Pinco's doing. I'm putting it in chat.
But no, I'm going to go
Oh, sorry, I just saw what Cordell just put there in private chat. Just be like, leave it to me, I'll count all the bitches that's been uttered.
So, Delris is just kind of fawning over tiny Umpa.
Yes.
Now,
speaking
as big
of,
as her.
speaking of, you looked at Umber, where her little ever-evolving ride has been over this time. And you see it's just a little booth thing now. And then you look around the workshop outside. You realise a roller coaster's been built around it.
Oh, for... Well,
I see one
She's-
of us had a good time.
I always said it would end in a roller coaster.
well, Umpa's been busy.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
You see the
She-
first batch of Yordles get whipped off. It's like hyperspeed.
It just
And then suddenly the fucking cart pulls right back up. Everybody has all their fur stuck back. Wide eyes. Gets off the ride. Best roller coaster.
yeah, you'd see a
ever.
few of the like younger Yordles riding it as well with her. The best way to describe it is, do you know like those roller coasters you see in Las Vegas, where it's like the ones quite literally built into and around the hotels? Think something like that. Or I guess for us more Brits people, especially Rebecca, because she'll get this. Think how icons weaved into the other rides.
I've no idea what you're talking about. Mostly
Only
because
the best ride in existence, well, in the UK at least.
I think if I ever go on another roller coaster, I'll lose vertebrae like I'm a Pez dispenser, but that's besides the point.
Oh, I need to get back on a roller coaster. It's been too long. Anyway, so yeah, you're writing into the book for the details with the mech. Delris, you'll probably just be waiting around until it comes to the stop. Umpa looks to you like she's about to get off, and then she just pulls down the lap bar again and goes again.
Oh no.
Delris will probably get on it.
Yeah, you hop on it. You, make me a cons check.
Make
Okay.
a wisdom save.
Make it no. She's
I mean-
been on scarier stuff. She's seen scarier stuff than a roller coaster, but it's more a case of make a con check just to see if she ends up either dizzy or pukey, or neither. A little bit dizzy, but you're fine. Your first time being on a roller coaster though, so at first you think it's just gonna be like a normal little train ride or a little wagon ride, and then it goes down the first hill and it goes downhill from there.
Literally.
And only downhill.
It's quite literally just one of those things where no one knows how to build a roller coaster on Minecraft, so it just goes downwards to bedrock. So that's what you are two doing. Alexander's gone for a nap. Potoo, what are you doing?
Good question.
I'll say
Anything?
Go.
Oh. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'll just say that's Waffleberg's just probably still discussing stuff with the mechanics of the mechs being like, no, I told you, every single one should have 5 of these buttons. What did they do? They blow up, but they blow up in different colors.
Wow. I don't think I'd be too interested in exclusives, unless it's being done on the Macadamia, in which case I'm interested.
I think they're just discussing mech talk in general.
Cool.
So
I'll just leave them be. I can wander and roll something to see if anything gets. Not too particularly bothered.
Okay, so you're just wandering around the grounds, just seeing what's happening. And make me a perception. Let's see.
Safety boy. That's a 25.
A 25, okay. So, as you're just wandering around, just trying to see what there is in the grounds, something just catches your gaze just in the tree lines to your right. Just like little tiny sounds at the moment. Can't really make out what it is. But you do see like a couple of the minions just go flying out of the woods, then just scurry back in.
To investigate because Alexander is sleeping. It's definitely not Alexander.
Okay. So you wander into the woods to look and see what is causing this. As you get closer in, the voices start to become a lot more clear. Instead of it just being like random little noises, you start to learn it's kind of like battle noises. Like someone just getting in the thick of battle, just like, hey, yeah, type of noises. And with each one, another minion goes flying and scuttles back in.
You see a man on top of the tree going towards a house. The tree is flying. You're not sure how they managed that momentum. In the background, you hear, "For the love of Hylia!"
Then you see the roof come down. No.
You hear a level up noise.
No, we already know what the level up noise is. It's you screaming.
Still sad that that one didn't actually get recorded.
Yeah.
Sad.
How come
Sad
when I
watch.
uploaded that? What the hell? Give me a sec. Try to get this going again. Also, yes, I did realize that I forgot to do something last week, where I forgot to actually put the pictures in that I was throwing into Roll20. Not Roll20, into Discord. I have opened up a tab in the wrong window. That's on the recording now.
That is unfortunate.
Maximum damage
It's
achieved.
fine. All they're seeing is Monster Prom and just stuff saying Twitter, IO9 game facts, therapy.
They are
Nothing
definitely
I'm
judging
keeping
you
away.
now.
They'd be judging me if it was Kotaku.
It was what? You know what? I won't ask.
So,
Kotaku.
Potoo, I'll throw this in D&D chat since Roll20's being a little bitch again about it. You see this little figure swinging around her little staff to smack away the minions.
I'm immensely curious.
She's just like there,
But it's a Yordle.
just slapping them away. Occasionally Waddle tries to hit her, and she'll just duck behind the large shield near her before popping back out to strike again.
Where did Mariah's gun go?
and they'll make a perception, see if they can spot you. Are you going to try and stealth, or are you just watching out of curiosity?
That's more curiosity. Like I'm here to do something.
Then they'll just look over you and be like, if you're looking for a training spot, this one's already taken.
Not interested in a training spot. I just heard the commotion and was curious.
Oh, just training, you know, getting me fighting skills back up. Got to be doing that if I go beat the ghosties.
Good point.
After all, that's what the hero would do.
Hero.
Poppy. You know,
I don't think I've met.
hero of Demacia. Even though she says she's not the hero, she's the hero. Everyone knows that. Yeah, I was supposed to be with her, but Father said it was too dangerous out there. Wanted me to come back here. I mean, at least we'll get to eat cake later for the celebrations. Just like between each line, she's just swinging at another minion. Oddly enough, they're not poofing into gold. So she's either not doing too much damage to him, or they're quite literally set to a training routine. So who are you anyway? Not really seen you around the place.
My name's Potoo, and I was just here for the mage.
Oh, funny, you got the same name as a bird.
Yes, I've been told that.
No. Not just a bird, like a bird person. My sister sometimes writes about them.
Sister?
Yeah. Oh. Where are my manners? I should introduce myself. Does she actually have a name? Shit.
Yes. Ah, her name is shit now, you understand.
I believe it's Squire.
I was hoping they'd be like a hammer text. Oh. No, it does not give her name. I had to make up a name for
I'm
her.
sure you've said
It's...
Squire before.
Squire is her rank thing. Like, she's called the Yordle Squire on the
Okay.
cards, but I need to think of a name herself.
It's Squire now.
The name's Mary. Mary Alfedraz.
Say that again, please.
Mary Alfedraz.
Are you saying Mary?
Mary.
Okay.
Mary
Mary.
Alfedraz.
Yes. You would instantly recognize that last name. It's Mariah's last name.
Ah. You're Mariah's sister.
Ah, yeah. Heard she's back. Heard she completed the school, actually. That's why I'm having cake later.
Oh, yeah.
She just continues swinging at the minions. So, wait, you said that you were there doing the school and you completed. But you're not a bird, you're a Yordle.
Special circumstances. Potoo just winks and starts going away.
She's got her insight you as you're walking away. Slash R 1d20 plus 2. Magic, yes, yeah. You'll just hear like the scurrying of boots behind you as she keeps up. She just like looks over you, then looks to Legion, then looks to you. So is that the ghost sword?
Yes. No relation to what happened.
I was about to say, ghosts are the baddie, so why? Does that mean you're a baddie?
If I was a baddie, I think I would have done something terrible right now, wouldn't I?
Maybe you're just plotting.
Do I look like a plotting?
Kinda.
Just big eyes and big mouth looking at her.
Okay, now you don't. Now you look scary.
I don't think all of them are.
I mean,
Just depends on who's in charge.
I suppose so.
I could introduce you to Debbie if you like.
Debbie?
It's a little ghost that I've had accompanying me along with Leech.
The hell's that noise? Oh, it's the cat scratching at the pictures again. A little... What, sorry?
A little shark ghost. Very friendly.
A shark ghost?
I'm going to actually have Debbie come out of the frickin' one.
Okay. And as soon as she sees Debbie, she's just going to tilt her head and then gasp slightly as I scroll down to try and find this thing. There we go. That's what they're called. Oh, it's a short tooth.
Say that again?
It's a short tooth.
Short tooth?
Yeah. They're quite common out in the oceans of Bando City. Well, beyond Bando City.
Huh.
They're like Runeterra sharks, but smaller. Didn't you always wonder why you look different than normal sharks?
Ah, yes, I was wondering. I thought that it was just because he was young.
No, they do get bigger than that, but not. He must have been like a child when he would died, but you can tell from the eyes they're different. Bit more personality there.
They're just in the background, just Delris stumbling around after getting off the ride, like, what?
She's just you getting off the ride, stumbling around. Una just looks, gets off as well, just walks over, starts patting your back, Delris, just like, there.
Let's just imagine that you don't upheave any breakfast.
Yes, you upheave a tiny owlbear baby drops out your mouth.
Just kind of looks at it like, what the?
So, that's what you're all doing. Mariah. What would Mariah be doing?
She's definitely on that roller coaster. I mean, is it a surprise?
That's fair. So as soon as you exit out the woods, Potoo, Mary's gonna spot Mariah on the roller coaster. Just be like, "I'll see you at the celebrations, Potoo," and then just rush over and just join her on the roller coaster and just be like, "Move over, I need a seat, I want a front seat." You always take the front.
No, the back seats are the best. That's where you get the most thrills.
But the best views are on the front, Mariah. You always do this to me.
The back seat, you vomit more.
I don't want to vomit.
Yes, you do. That makes the ride a good ride.
Mariah, make me a persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh my god.
You can have a 16 or a 16. Also, I'm just going to roll something as well. Okay. So, as you're both arguing, your father walks over. Mariah, just scoot over. There's enough room at the front for you both.
Fine. She'll scoot over.
She just hops on giddily. She'll hand her staff and her lodge shield to her dad before hopping in. And then just the roller coaster sets off. Make me a con check.
Oh dear.
So, goes around, does its full circuit. Just as your senses are coming back to you, Delris, you watch the roller coaster pull up once more. Mariah and Mary get off. Mary's a bit dizzy, just stumbling around before falling on her butt. Mariah looks a bit greener than normal.
Nope, not again. Take cover.
Again, please.
No, Delris is like, take cover.
She's already gone.
Make me just one more quick con check there, Mariah. Let's just see if you manage to keep it down. Yeah, it looks like you're about to chunder, and then you just kind of swallow it back. It's just...
I'm okay! I'm
Finally, some
okay!
good fucking. Oh my god, why?
Just like looks up from behind where she'd gone to hide, just like. Nyeh.
So, after just having some time just to do your normal things, just having a bit of downtime, you start to see some stages, some benches and such being set up on the grounds, just around the stones and such, just around the, I've forgotten what the names are called now, inhibitors, something like that. The giant crystals. I don't know why my brain blanked on that.
I think inhibitors is the term.
Yeah. So you just watch that get set up, as well as a few tables full of food, like some of the Yordle bakers come out. Fine delicacies, fine pastries, really big cakes. You see some odd, like, sea life stuff just being put out as well, as the fishermen just come back with their fresh catches. No small sharks, though. They didn't catch any of those. And after a bit, seems like the party's getting underway. Alexander, make me a perception. Let's see if you hear this to wake up.
Has anybody died yet?
No.
Alexander.
Alexander died in his bed.
Right, Perceptor boy.
Sighs of relief from the other side of the portal back home.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good Perceptor.
You hear all the music, all the noises starts happening on the other, coming from outside. You think everything's getting into full swing.
There is nothing to be happy about, but whatever.
So you're heading outside. Oh, go on.
Yeah, I'll head outside.
Yep. And as you head outside, your eyes immediately go over to the tables. Like, you've seen large feasts in the Freljord. Like, after successful hunts or after a successful raiding mission, you just end up with this large table full of the finest meats that you've caught and hunted yourself, or like the finest wine and such pouring. Basically, it looks like that, but with cakes as well. Just like massive towering cakes that are almost the size of you, just on the tables.
Significantly more sugar.
It is like what I'm used to. Except they have these strange large things in middle of table. Do not understand reason. Prods one.
You think it just kind of sinks into it, just comes out with frosting on it?
I have discovered that this is probably some sort of edible object.
Delris,
I suppose I ought to take this part now.
like, Delris walks over and just gets a slice. Is like,
It's cake!
Telling me name of object does not explain object to me.
eats
How is
cake.
that in- I mean, I sort of got that idea.
Like, the closest thing you'll listen to these kind of things in the Freljord are small little round discs that you generally feed to Poros called Poro snacks.
This is strangely sticky. Cannot hold it like big chunk of meat. Or wife. But I do not eat wife, not like that.
Well, try!
Red substance inside. Normally you want to cook things so that it does not have blood in it. It gives you food poisoning, you know.
It's sugar!
What is sugar?
Sweet stuff.
Stuff.
It tastes really good. Just try some.
Just the moment he opens his mouth again to say anything, she's
I
popping
mean, I
the cake
tend
in
to
his
try
mouth.
it. I'm just really enjoying watching you not have answers for this, and I will try the cake.
Yeah, I was about to say, while you're halfway through trying to talk that, just Potoo just slams some cake into your gob.
And he just takes his plate and goes on his way.
Give me a second. There's only one possible way to check this. Am I manly enough for cake?
I suppose we want to run and see what kind of cake it is like.
Oh no, I already know what kind of cake it is. I mean, I've had first-hand experience with this cake recently. It's a large-ass cake.
It's
that
just a
seems
slice of Waffleberg because the fucking mage found them again.
It's basically a large chocolate cake with minty frosting.
Dude, if you're not manly enough for chocolate, something's wrong with you.
The best way to describe it, Alexander, is it's like someone took some of the fancier teas that get imported to the Freljord.
You see Alexander have an existential crisis. Doesn't know quite what to make of this cake.
Just eyes bulging, mouthful of cake.
I do not think I've ever tasted anything even remotely close to this. What is this brown stuff?
Cake.
It is very...
Chocolate.
Well, no shit, you... Chocolate, right. I have never heard of this chocolate. It is interesting.
Well,
I'll
I think
admit.
the ingredients to make chocolate can't really grow in the Freljord, so... No figure.
Yeah. That makes sense. All we have is friggin' potatoes. Goddamn hate potatoes.
I hear potato candy's good, though.
Potato what? Oh, whatever.
So,
You've never had potato candy.
What is candy?
You can make cake with potatoes.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of things you can do with potatoes.
potato cake.
There is a lot of things you can do with potatoes. Potato cakes are cheating. That's a...
So, over on one of the other tables, like, you'd see a bit of raveling happening over what is essentially a large gammon. Just as
now these.
Umpa and Nar are basically having a tug of war between it to see who gets it.
I'm going to walk up and take the gammon.
Make me a strength check.
And subsequently dodge as both of them attack you.
Oof.
Just stood there watching, eating cake.
One of them actually... So, as you're having a tug of war, Nar gets surprised a bit by it, loosens his grip, and Umpa seizes the opportunity and rips it from both your hands. And just starts to snack on it.
Good job, Umpa.
Assert dominance by eating it.
Now I need to roll.
You would not have survived in Freljord. Probably would have gone stabbed for that one.
I need to roll a wisdom save.
You would
Either
have
that or would have been the one doing the stabbing.
Okay. It's a good job that was a high roll there. Otherwise, we may have had a Mega Nar situation on our hands.
I was simply going to split it up and share, but you are a ravenous creature.
I mean, she is.
Go on.
Like, I mean, she is, you know, a Yeti.
I do not. You must understand. You say that she is Yeti, and then I think of what Yeti actually looks like, and you must understand. I don't take this one at face value.
She's child.
She
She's
never
growing.
always looked like that.
She's child.
I
She
think
is
of
growing.
Yeti, I think about death by suplex, but okay.
Just
She is Yeti.
just Waffleberg passing by being like, she is child. She is growing.
There's probably more gammon. Come on. Don't need to
Oh.
fight her with that one.
Make me a quick perception, Alexander.
Percepti boy. Why? Why hasn't
That is
someone
enough.
shut up?
That is enough.
Okay.
Out the corner of your eye, you spot it. The glory that normally goes at the head of every table. A large succulent pig.
Now this brings Alexander back to Freljord and reminds him of first wife. Ha ha! I make joke.
As he pulls down his pants.
Well, they don't call me David Cameron for nothing.
Is Is anyone ever going to tell him that it's actually pretty small?
I haven't actually pulled down my pants, you actual tit.
Oh, I was also joking, you dumbass.
So, as you're all
Fine.
grabbing,
I will be the better of the two organs.
as you're all just grabbing yourself food and such, Kuiper, as you're playing the pan flute, just trying to block out the noise from around you. Make me a performance.
Oh my.
You're playing so well that some of the band actually come and sit next to you and join in.
Yay.
Do you see going to want to join in as well?
Yeah, make me
Absolutely.
a performance there, Potoo.
22.
Yep. You hop straight in with the tune at the correct point. A butler-looking Yordle will come up with a teapot and will pour you what seems to be an interesting-looking tea, Kuiper. And just looks at you like, you seem like this kind. And music's thirsty work, so there you go, on the house.
You know me too well. He carries on.
Well, we've been trying to get some hints and tips and such. Mariah's father's quite handy with keeping this information about his daughter's friends. Bet we hope you enjoy that. Would you like some as well, sir? As they look to you, Potoo.
What kind is it?
Oh, it's the finest mixture. We call it Feywild Dreams.
Fucking hell.
I couldn't think of any words. Let's just rename that. Let's call it Ionia Dreams.
Sure, why not?
Yep, they'll pour you some. It definitely looks less like a milky tea and more like a herbal tea, like a fruity herbal tea.
On the dark tides and chill.
It's definitely giving like a good scent of citrus off. And after a bit, you hear like the kind of noise like when someone taps a microphone, just like the. There's Rumble heads up. Thank you all for coming here. Great turnout for what is a bit sooner than we expected, but the completion of Class 2 of the mech school.
We did not accomplish anything, but whatever. Alekxander remembers he's supposed to be grumpy.
Our fine students here managed to learn a lot in 3 days, managed to actually help defend the town again, which is becoming a really bad reoccurring situation with the school, but we'll try and get that fixed for year 3.
Wait, this has happened first time as well. You're not very good at stopping edgy emo.
Oh, no, it wasn't her last time.
First time attacked by freaking pixie things that were stealing all the presents.
Oh.
Wait, is this not even first time you were here?
No.
First time for the mech school was one of the minions kind of gained a bit too much self-awareness, stole my mech, led a minion rebellion.
Treat them very poorly. I also do, but at least I understand what I'm getting into.
Oh, we've been giving them a lot more self-awareness, a lot more free rides recently. They actually help around the place as well, so...
Wait, are you suggesting that they let me hit them willingly?
One of them, like you look to your right, there's a minion there just with a donut in its hand. It just shiftily looks left and right and then kind of slinks off.
I wouldn't have thought they had internal organs, to be honest.
Some of them are just masochists. It's fine.
Either way. Who did we lose from there? Oh. Is Rebecca still in the chat? Because I saw that she went off to roll 20.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So, if you don't mind, I think it's high time we bring them up here and let them graduate. So, first things first, hailing from our very own Bandle City, of course, Mariah Alfredraz.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yep, the crowd will go out, they'll start clapping and cheering. You hear your blacksmith or her father just over everyone going, "That's my girl! That's my girl!"
I will blow up something in celebration.
That's my girl unless she does massive property damage.
Make it the
I
pig
will
on
do
the
massive
table.
property damage. Hopefully.
Yep, and as you go up, you get given a medal around your neck. And a
Your
box.
child artist.
And you get a box.
What does the box look like?
The box looks like a long, fancy, ornate box that can open up.
I will open it.
You open it. Inside is a fancy new rapier.
Ooh.
This is, if you want to pop it on your sheets so that you remember. Let me look up fancy rapiers.
Amazing.
A gunblade.
It's because it's like...
So what's this? I don't know. I just found a box. It's yours.
Magic weapons. Type rapier. Not a legendary. No, we're not going that far. Why is all this thing just giving me legendary shit? Where's one that's just rarer, very rare? Okay. That'll do. Let's see what this is. So, essentially, but it's a rapier that has precious gems adorned on its hilt and a small crystal orb on the pommel. It's a +1 rapier, so you add +1 to your attack and damage rolls with it.
Yeah.
Okay. And your father will walk over and be like, "We had a bit of help with this, but also, yes, we did make you all little gifts as a congratulations." Inside that little crystal pommel there is a spirit of Bandle. And if you just hold it to your ear for a moment,
Sure, hold it to it, yeah.
you hear this thing dancing around in there and singing along to its own little tune. Essentially, Pet, it's a little spirit of entertainment. If you're willing to make him happy, you know, give him joy, then he will aid you in combat. Essentially, but you make a performance check. If you're successful,
Cool.
the little spirits will like whatever you're doing and will guide your hand in battle, which means you add an additional +2 to attack and damage rolls and +2 to AC for that round only.
That's really good.
Yep. Your check must be made each round. A critical success means that he's so happy he lets out a burst of electrical energy, meaning that your target takes an additional 2d8 lightning damage.
Huh.
But a critical failure will make the demon start to sulk, and he won't help you again until the next day.
So basically, I've got a little demon I have to make happy.
Well, it's a little spirit, but this thing calls it a demon. But yeah.
Ah.
But even
Cool.
if you decide not to use that, it's still a +1 rapier.
Yeah.
So, next up would be... This is odd. It's like... Oh, wait. Yes, no, that's why. Alari and Delris. Ncorin? Ncorin?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I got that right. Very confusing.
Kind of goes over.
Yep.
to the page.
Everyone's cheering and such still. You get handed your medal, let go over the neck as well, and a box. And now I need to try and figure out something that both of the twins would actually use.
What's in the box?
You can do it. You can tell me later what's in the box. We'll just do a delayed reaction.
Alright. Next up.
They're waiting until they can open it together. Oh no.
That's never going to happen. They can't be active at the same time.
Next up would be Potoo N.Tweaks. Hailing from Bilgewater. I'd like just a few cheers at that as well, and also a couple of just because Yordles know what happened in Bilgewater. They're generally seen as a commodity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be our.
Alright.
Verb.
So you head up. And you're given the medal over the neck. And what you get is another long blade. Another long box like Mariah got. Because if I recall right, you also use these. Yes, I am correct. You get given, once you open the box, seems to be another rapier. But it almost has like a handle and trigger on one end. A small glowing yellow stripes along the blade. If you are tuned to this weapon, you have 2 charges of an extended whip-like attack. As an action, you may spend 1 charge to do an extended attack that does thunder damage, with a range of 25 foot. It regains all charges at dawn, and if you are attuned to this weapon, you can hide the blade into the handle. And it also has an extra little attack thing here, just like an alternate thing. If you roll a nat 20, or 20 or above, while attacking with this weapon, no, I think it's a nat 20. If you roll a nat 20 while attacking with this weapon, and the target is medium or smaller, you'll paralyze him. If the target is bigger, they'll take 1d4 thunder damage instead. Basically, it's a taser as a rapier.
I like this. Very nice.
And next up, we have one Waffleberg. Waffleberg just stumbles up, gets given his medal, he starts to try pitching an advertisement for his own shop, gets stopped halfway through, gets given a box, and he's kind of shooed off stage. Next up, we would have a Kuiper.
That's me.
Yep, you'll get cheered up as you go up. And you are handed your medal around the neck. And magic items to spellcasters.
A mech.
You are handed a mini T-Hex. I'm just reminding myself what you are a wizard. Wizards.
I mean, if you're taking suggestions.
I mean, throw a suggestion my way. Okay, I love the fact that I was looking up this one. It's like illusionist braces. What's some of the positives? They allow the users to have pimped out wrists. They look so cool. They protect your weak wrists. Like they actually do so, but I love it. Gives doors as little buffs. They hand you what seems to be... What is that one? Sorry, sorry if I keep going to thing. Yeah, just like...
It's a blob of unknown.
You're handed a small box. And inside this
You
box, when you open
hesitate?
it, seems to be what essentially looks like 2 small golden rings welded together at the top to look like one long flowing scroll.
Interesting.
You can make me an Arcana on this.
Gentlemen.
That is a pass. This is a ring of spell storing.
Ooh.
This ring stores spells cast in it, holding them until the attuned wearer uses them. You can store up to 5 levels worth of spells at a time. Any creature can cast a spell of 1st through 5th level into the ring by touching the ring as it's cast. The spell has no effect other than to be stored in the ring. The ring can't hold a spell, it will be expended without effect. The level of the slot used to cast the spell determines how much space it uses. While wearing this ring, you can cast any spell stored in it. The spell uses the slot level, spell save DC, spell attack bonus, and spell casting ability of the original caster, but is otherwise treated as if you yourself casted the spell. So essentially, but you can just use it to get some extra spell slots.
That's cool.
It's like the bag of holding, but instead of just tossing in shit ton of spells.
And last but not least, the residential grumpy of the of the group, Alekxander Romero.
Hey, I'm not grumpy when we actually beat the bastard who shows up to crash party, you know?
Eh. And you are handed your medal around the neck.
Yep.
Best magic items for paladins. Because I was about to go for Barbarian, so I remembered you've got more levels than Paladin.
I am technically more of a paladin than a barbarian, despite what I come across as.
Okay. You are handed a long box.
Let's have a look inside then.
Yep. And you find what seems to be a fancy looking sword. It's definitely a great sword, you can tell that. And it seems to have a symbol on the hilt that seems kind of familiar in a way. Well, a symbol on one side and a symbol on the other. On one side, it's a symbol that you've seen quite a lot around Kuiper. Like sometimes on these books as such. It's the symbol of the Lunari. The other hand, on the other side, seems more like a sun symbol. You're not quite sure what that one represents. Essentially put, this is the Moon Touch sword. In darkness, the unsheathed blade of this sword sheds moonlight, creating a bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim lights for an additional 15 foot. But if you use it, basically, lets you light up darkness. If anything tries to use darkness or shadows, you can banish them. And it counts as a magical weapon.
Oh, fair enough.
On top of that, I am going to make it so if you use this on undead, you can add an additional 2d6 fire damage.
Oh, well.
Oh my.
So with you all being handed your stuff, everyone claps, everyone applauds. And the festivities continue into the night. If anyone's drinking any of the wine and such, I'll need con saves, but aside from that,
You already know who's drinking.
Mariah, you try to, your father takes your drink away. Alexander, you're fine. Potoo, make me the con save. Let's see if you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. Anyone else drinking?
No.
No.
Okay. So,
Kuiper remembers last time.
Not a chance.
you all get given lodging at this place again for the last night. And as you emerge, Lulu's waiting outside.
Oh.
I'm here just to take you back to the portal and then cancel the magic.
That's heard.
Goodness, are you trying to get rid of us that quickly?
Well, I mean, the world out there is getting to be quite the poop show.
Just call it a shit show, honestly.
Just still patting head.
I'm not going to be offended, or at least I'm not.
So, the world needs heroes at this moment in time.
That's why there has to be us.
Well, I mean, it's got heroes, but having more heroes always helps.
Basically, re-roll entire attack.
So,
The world has its hero.
and as you're being led back to the portal, you're quickly stopped by Mariah's father.
Well,
One last thing before you go. It's just that I noticed that there's a couple of people here not here, if that makes sense.
uh-huh.
So he'll hand 2 boxes to you. One of them clearly has Stellara written on the top. And the other one has Pinco written on the top.
Wait, how did you know about Pinco?
Mariah's been writing letters.
Oh, that's right.
There is also one other little thing I need to do as well. He gets a cloak, and he puts it around Umpa's neck. Seems to have like the symbols of the Freljord on it.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to can make me an Arcana check.
Sure.
Arcana.
Yep.
Trigger word.
He has given Umpa a cloak of displacement.
Yeah. Now there can be 3 Umpas.
Pardon.
Aren't you?
Your excuse.
Oh, that hurt.
You okay?
Yeah.
Did sound a bit spicy.
And hang on, I just need to look this up. Just so I've got something good there for that. Okay, that'll do. So, after having been given the items, you're led back to the portal.
Yeah.
And you step on through with Lulu following. Okay, I guess it's time to start removing these from people.
It would be nice to cease being raccoon for a bit. You know,
So,
possibly for the rest of my life would be appreciated.
Immediately gets vertigo the moment you get back to your normal size.
she'll bop you first things first, Pinco. Not Pinco, Potoo.
Okay.
And, yep, you return back to your bird self. Then
Continue.
to Delris. Then to Waffleberg, who lets out a massive cry of relief. And then she bops Alekxander with the staff. Alekxander's a cupcake.
Yes!
Of course.
At least I understand the form I've taken now, but
It's... Come on, it's just a little joke. It's fine. She'll turn you back to normal.
unfortunately, you seem to have picked the wrong person to attempt humor on.
I know, sis. She just turns you back to normal.
Thank you. Don't do that again. Cheeky.
Talking food.
Hey,
Oh no! Wait, is this Delris's first time seeing that?
No. No, Delris was busy last time it happened.
you all may want to be careful, though. As I said, things have kind of gone south out here. Apparently, there's a glowing orb over where the house was before, so you may want to rush for that.
There is a glowing orb where house was before. I feel as though this may
Steps out of the portal, just sees this enormous dome around the house.
Pretty much. Like, you see where it was just rolling hills and such before. Yeah, the black mist seems to have been almost engulfing everywhere at this point.
Wow.
Let's check. Wait, why am I still talking like this?
I don't know.
it may take you a
Clear
small amount
throat.
of time to get out of that.
Hmm.
But yeah, the large dome does seem to be where Rel's house was.
Like the Shadow Isles, it's far to everywhere.
Potoo,
Hmm?
the voices in Legion actually speak of something. As they mention the hallowed mists.
All shit, lads. It's time to
Mahalo,
start bombing the
mist?
jungle.
I am so happy you remembered. Yay! Because Pinco is using pretty much Gwen's Hollowed Mist technique, but he had to do it much slower than she can do it because he doesn't know what he's like doing. He just has a feeling that this is what he's supposed to be doing, so he's like, did it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Pinco's like the naive 4-year-old child that you take with you, and you're like, go do this, and doesn't know how to do it, but he feels like he does, and
As
so he
you-
does it.
As you get closer, you'll see like a couple of spirits trying to step out from some of the edges of the black mist. All this has been bopped down as a large spear just shoots out from the hallowed mist, just to like knock him down in the face.
Huh.
You'd recognize that as Rel's weapon. Just like the giant lance just smacking him down.
Just kind of runs into the mist like,
Oh, you're back. I see that you're all doing well. Yeah, the mist kind of tried to overtake this area after you left. Luckily, your small friend there seems to be quite handy with whatever this is.
I do tend to do a lot better when I'm not Cupcake.
Little Poro just jumps up, splats the shit out of you. Bam!
To be fair, we don't exactly know what Pinco can do.
Very true.
It just around.
Oh, by the way, Rel would know that Pinco is a he. Rel has spent a lot of time talking and doing chemistry things with Pinco. So Rel would actually know a little bit more about Pinco than the others.
Yeah, he's quite the fascinating little thing. He's been helping out quite a bit around here. Oh, yeah, that's something I'm going to have to bring up. Yeah, we've kind of been having to defend this area because even with this mist, some of the spirits still try and get through. Doesn't really work out too well for them. Usually.
Usually. Is this like looking back at the house? window missing from the house.
Uh,
The one that got into the house when we were eating dinner.
Delris, can I have a quick word with you over here?
Okay.
She'll just like pull you to one side. I don't know how quite to put this, but make me a perception check.
Okay. 1 second. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
You hear someone call out, interrupting Rel. Oh, the daughters have come back, have they?
Daughters?
My dear Delris.
Mom?
The voice is coming from the other side of the mist. As you look out,
Oh.
you see her there, with the crown over her head, just motioning towards you, as if to come towards her.
I'm gonna go up to the edge of the thing and try and drag her into it.
Pinco's clinging to your leg as you like walk, staring at you intently, not to do this thing that you are doing.
Hi.
So as you try and... She walks over to the edge of the mist as well, as you're stood there. Looks at your hand. Now, how about you step on this side?
I don't think that's gonna work for me. You see, someone already tried to take over my brain with that crown shit.
Yes, I can feel the vestiges of it. The remains of it, as if it didn't quite complete.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Why not just give in to the power?
Yeah, no thanks.
It's so much more relaxing on this side.
Is there bombs?
No, Mariah.
Yes.
No!
I
Oh,
bet you my
gracious.
bombs are better than yours.
I'm
Oh.
just going to...
How will you
Can
know
I
if you don't come to this side?
Can I try and grapple her and drag her in?
Make me a athletics. You need to make athletics. I need to make athletics or acrobatics to try and beat it.
It's not a very good athletics.
I mean, this is an oldish woman that you're trying to beat in a grapple check.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is an older woman, not older woman.
Apparently, when she's inflicted with the black mist. So as you try and drag her in, she actually almost drags you out instead.
Nope.
You just about managed to break it off before she does. Oh, such a disappointment.
Pinco's going to look at her. I don't know who you are, but
Oh.
I can tell that I already hate you and everything you stand for.
Isn't
So,
that quite...
though you are talking through her, I hope to see you soon. And there's somebody else who also hopes they'll see you soon. And the eye that does not look like a button kind of shimmers red and then turns purple.
Okay.
And it's just gonna that's it. That's all.
You see her chuckle, and then her voice speaks with two voices. Her normal, usual one, what seems to be an odd accented male voice. Come now, don't you see what has already happened? How our mists have already done this.
Hey, bitch!
Demacia has fallen. Noxus fell. The Freljord fell.
Hey!
Targon
Listen.
fell. Ionia
I'm going
fell.
to be completely honest. You're honestly worse than that fucking teenager. Do any of you not monologue?
No, I think they all bottle.
Well, shut up!
Person who's talking through my mom!
Yes, what is it?
You do realize I'm coming to kick your ass.
Well, you know
Pinco
what the
climbs
saying.
up on Delris's shoulder.
Yeah.
And I will join her in your destruction.
You know what
You
the
need
saying always is, don't you?
someone who tells us their entire plan is doomed to failure?
No. True love conquers all.
What the fuck does love have to do with this?
Everything.
Pinco
Well,
feels a little bit of fear, but it's not his fear.
Correct, I am the love. Sticking sword where sun doesn't shine, because fuck me, I couldn't apparently do it to your fucking creepy cousin thing.
You know what?
You're gonna teleport away!
You know what, mister? Yeah, love does conquer all, which is exactly why we're gonna win. Because you've hurt people that we care about. A lot. Well, not me in particular, but you hurt Draven, so my sister's pretty pissed.
Oh,
So you
yes,
speak
the
yourself.
oaf. Challenged me to a fight thinking he would win.
Plus, if any other of our friends get hurt, and you've also kind of, brainwashed our mom, so that's a
Oh,
thing.
that is a thing. Right, yes. I
Congratulations,
should probably
you have
leave you
noticed
with
it.
some fun then. He kind
It
of
is
wears
time
his
to-
hat. Oh, go on.
Alexander will take this as a threat and arm himself.
He kind of waves his hand to you. Turns around. And as he walks back into the... Well, as she walks back into the mist. Two other figures step out from the mist.
Into the house. Now.
Two figures also wearing crowns. A golden scaled dragon-like Fastaya. And a small
Wait.
blue-scaled lizard-like Fastaya.
Wait.
I don't know what a Vestire is, but it's about to get hit very hard.
Animalistic-like beings. Think
So
like
shit,
elves,
that's-
anyways.
They're human beings generally with animalistic details,
Yeah.
Shifters. The
depending on
shifters.
how much Vestaya they actually are.
Galder?
Oh, for goodness sakes, this would be so much easier if you didn't have some emotional connection to every single thing that Alexander tries to hate!
Galder?
They just look on. Just blank expression. Uh,
Oh, Dorian's gonna be pissed.
I think Dorian probably is our pissed.
Oh no.
That's not good.
you try and fling a firebolt, Pinco.
Out of fear.
I need to remember, can firebolts actually set fire to things?
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, you are the DM, and I believe that answer is a yes.
Yep, you start to
Because
watch
as Ix, I was highly flammable.
You kind of stumble as you fling the firebolt, and it kind of lands on Rel's roof.
Can I frostbite that?
Sure.
Oh,
Lovely.
But yeah, they both just look on. Phoenyrie just looks to you. Oh, come now, we left you so long ago. Why would you be so worried about us now?
Because we didn't exactly know where you went.
I went back home. I went to defend it.
Got that eventually. But, you both just kind of disappeared without any kind of, explanation. So, yeah, we were worried about you. But not like we could find you, considering Mr. Dorian right there is a world-class assassin and mass murderer.
yeah.
He just kind of
Should I-
chuckles.
Executing these two.
What?
I assume they are not.
No,
I'm not used to situations where first response isn't hit.
Dorian's Dorian.
I'm going to be completely honest. You have said very many unhelpful things throughout Alexander's entire time with the group. That has to be the least helpful. Dorian is just Dorian, but Alexander is just Alexander.
No, they
They're
were
easy.
they were in it before you joined in, unfortunately.
Yeah, I figured out that much.
No, I ran about that to Josh as well, because he's like, I
All
don't
right.
think I know these. Essentially,
Dor-
just to catch you two up, Dorian was Santa's old character before he retired him for Waffleberg, and Phoenyrie was Inferno's character.
Before she had to drop out because school.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like, Dorian
Is a hard person to explain. And Phoenyrie wasn't with us that long. They kind of was mostly silent. Didn't do much.
I'm going to be honest, I don't need explanation of who they were here. What is important is that they could pose a threat to team. I need to know if I'm fighting them.
No, because they can't get in here.
Alright.
Lay,
Yes.
can I roll a perception to look for water?
You don't need to. It's already been put out by Kuiper's frostbite.
No.
Oh.
It's for something else.
You'd already know
you-
where the water is.
Okay, good.
But if you want to help me, I'm gonna get my mom.
Your mom's already vanished back into the mist.
I'm going to go get Pebble.
Okay.
You're just gonna shock put Pebble at freaking Galder and the other?
You go to get Pebble.
Yep.
You head
Pinco's
to the ship.
staying at the barrier. Oh my god, you have to head to the ship?
All the pets are on the ship.
The barrier is covering the ship as well, because the ship was right next to the house.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Thank god. I forgot about that for a minute. I thought that because the ship is the icon, because it doesn't fit on the same square as outside. No, it's like, shit.
Pebble!
You look
Shark?
around. The ship seems oddly quiet.
Sharky? Pebble? Nix!
Only Pebble comes forward.
Pebble, where are the others?
Pebble just looks to the mist.
What?
It's at that point, Mariah, you hear a cacophony of voices.
Oh.
You just see several of the little eggplants, also with the crowns in the mist.
No! I can't eat you now!
It says you put
I'm
yes,
go-
Or can I?
it says you put yes, they took the pets.
Are Galder
No.
and the other one doing anything at this point in
They're
time?
they're just watching, probably mocking Potoo and Mariah. And Delris, given that they were the only three that they knew. They will occasionally look to both Kuiper and Alekxander and be like, and to think you replaced us with them. What makes them
I
so
bet-
much better?
Well, why don't you let me hit them and I will find out what makes me so much bloody better.
So
I'm not
Come-
gonna lie. I kinda wanna try and yoink one of them into the barrier.
I come back with Pebble.
Okay.
Issue. All the pets are in the mist.
If the two
You
looks
know, I just
he's
remembered.
he's gone.
Isn't Potoo being very, very comfortable being inside this barrier?
I was gonna mention that, but I don't know. I think more or less because Pinco does not see you as a threat. Because lore-wise, Hollowed Mist works on more of a threat basis.
Yeah, because
Because
it doesn't
yeah.
affect Senna, and Senna technically has some shadow owlness to it. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit of discomfort at first, but it generally eases off.
The mist is a very comforting feeling too. The only person terrified that should be terrified right now is Pinco shaking in his boots, sitting at the edge of the barrier watching these two. Because guess what? Delris was wrong.
Wrong about what?
Pinco walks over to Potoo, whispers in Potoo's ear, "They can still get through the barrier. It only blocks the mist." And then looks back at the two outside the barrier, just like, shit.
Just kind of like Delris back holding Pebble.
All the pets are in the mist.
Just kind of holding him, and he's like,
Okay, who's coming?
It's not a bad idea to go out and look for them. Sedley,
Yes.
considering that I've got somewhat of a connection with the mist, or at least Potoo does, is it possible to try and break Sword Boy's control over people?
Me and Ncorin.
Sure. $21.
You start to think about it. You consult with Legion about it. And essentially, but the answer you get back is, Viego's power is stronger than your own. You won't be able to wrestle control away from him.
Just mentally talking to Legion. So, what you're saying is I need to get stronger than Viego.
Seems like an impossibility unless you embrace the Black Mist. And normally that would be something highly encouraged by our kind, but you don't want to go down that route. Otherwise you end up like them.
Good point.
The only other way is stopping Viego.
Boop.
sorry. But, so Delris is there on the edge, like, is anyone coming?
He's already
Yes,
taken his
because
step
Alexander
out.
has been asking to go and attack something for a good 10 minutes.
That was wrong thing. This is proper thing. Oh, that's even worse.
So
The barrier starts to flicker as Pinco gets scared.
Pinco?
Kind of stares at you
What's going on?
from Potoo's shoulder. The
You might
mist
get
doesn't make me feel good. Something is afraid.
Come here.
Slowly comes over to you.
Just kind of scoops you up. You're in Pebble's light now.
So those of you that are going with Delris, you step into what is essentially a small glowing dome of holy energy that will repel the mists.
I mean, I don't need to be in that dome.
Aside from you, of course.
It's just
Potoo's just outside of it. Hi, guys.
before I fully step outside.
Stay here, or do you want to come with us?
Pinco looks over at the two that are standing outside the Are they still there?
They're still there.
And he is going to hop off Delris' shoulder, and he is going to use Shape Water to create, let's see, what was it? It was a 5-foot. So he is going to do this twice and lay down on the inside of the barrier a 10-foot swath of ice spikes that are pointing outside the barrier.
Okay.
Pretty much just a line, and it's, yeah. And he is going to look at Delris, and he is going to stay here.
Okay.
And try to help Rel defend the house, but he is going to reach into his hat, and while rummaging for his chemistry kits, he hath found a book on, like, you know, those like spooky stories that people tell their children.
Oh yeah.
It's a book like that. It's like children's fable tales about the Isles, though. So he hands over the book, and it has like a colorful like kids cover. Not all the stories are always lies that we tell our children at night.
So, as this is going on, Stellara will look over to you, Delris.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the ship flying. Just send me a message on the sending stone, and I'll drop the ladder down for you all to climb up and get out of here. After all, the skies are a bit safer than the ground at the moment.
I'm really sorry, but I seem to have caused a disturbance in this chat.
What?
Like, I'm really sorry to derail, but there's been a conversation about League of Legends going on in Pixelmon for about 20 minutes.
It's almost as if they know.
I've just been sat on the
I was
AFK.
gonna say, fun fact, there was also a chat last night. I think Lake can confirm. I don't know if we're on still, but there was a massive chat last night involving League of Legends.
And I seem to have put them into a holy shit moment because I said I main Nasus. I do. And they're all now going, oh shit, no, they're now like talking about how to kill a Nasus. Right.
So, those of you that are in the little bubble, you step out through the barrier that is slowly fading. And as soon as you do so, yeah, there are plenty of spectres and wraiths rushing out from the mist towards you.
It is time that they finally learn why Alekxander is much better as human than raccoon.
With their
I'm
backs
I'm not gonna make you roll attacks for this, Alekxander, so don't worry about rolling for that, because as soon as they come towards the mist, it's like they're bouncing back, can't get through too much through the barrier. So it's,
oh, for Christ's sake!
It's mainly because if I was to make a battle map right now, it would take me the rest of the session to get it set up.
Wait, fucking bitch!
as
Nothing! Alexander can fight!
Oh, no,
Friggin-
no, don't get me wrong. They bounce
Oh.
off, and as soon as they bounce off, it gives you a chance to just stick out a sword or something, strike them. Or sometimes they'll come towards you, you'll just quickly pop out the thingy and just swipe. You are still getting your fightings in.
It's just not full on in the thick of it fighting.
It's more a case of it's just I'm not asking you to roll initiative and actually do a full-on battle for this.
It's lore defensive fighting. That's what it is.
Otherwise, it would take me the entire rest of the session to get a battle map set up for that.
By the way, Leg.
Like,
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen my DM, but will you be sending me a link to the new sword?
I've got links to all the weapons and such, don't worry, so
Beautiful.
I'll do it
Right
after.
as they step outside the barrier, Pinco's going to turn to the two that are still sitting there.
Okay.
Color splash. I want to blind
15
them.
foot away. They are out of range.
Were you doing this all?
They are out of range.
They
Oh.
Damn!
They were like 30 foot away from the barrier edge.
Galder and Beanie just watching it.
Yep. They are actually still watching as you get closer. Just like chuckling and such.
What is this?
They sound like a right pair of hyenas, they do.
This is. I have a spell in here that I forgot what it is.
And as you get closer, Delris, make me a perception. I'll have the full party make me perceptions actually.
Ooh.
Perception.
Nope.
These things count as undead, correct?
They- Technically, they're still alive.
Yeah, they're technically still alive. It's just the undead things themselves that are rushing forward that count.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, the people are still alive, but everything that is technically a part of the mist is an undead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mariah, do you want to roll perception?
I'm sorry to derail, just to... Mum had this big pride party at her work the other week, and she just brought me one of the little pride goodie bags home.
How far is Potoo out from the barrier so far?
I'd say they've got like 10, 15 foot.
Pinco is going to quickly run out of the barrier as fast as he can. He's going to run up to Potoo, touch Potoo with Protect from Good and Evil, and run away.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Protection from Good and Evil protects you. So until the spell ends, which is 10 minutes. And so you touch a willing creature, and it is protected against certain types of creatures. These creatures are aberrant, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead.
So
you
are
protected.
So
No, I was just saying.
So the only 3 people that spot this are Potoo, Lyra, and Mariah. As you get closer, Galder just backs his way off into the mist, letting off his usual type of laugh. You see what seems to be an unusually blooming flower on Phoeny's head.
That's not Phoenix.
Did anyone else hear that? Oh, Dion went BRB. I was going to say she's probably the one that react the most. Yeah.
Just
And
gonna.
this is where I take my leave. You guys have
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
That is the only
Swear.
reason I wanted to rush for that, was because I was like, oh shit, I've got to leave for work soon.
That's fine. No worries.
Bye.
Bye.
So yes, as the figure just kind of giggles to themselves, you watch as Phoeny's form changes into a more familiar chameleon-like lizard female. However, still with the crown on the head and with more greenish type of color schemes.
Oh God.
I have to admit, the color looks good on you, but at the same time.
I tried to see if I had a picture of her on here still. I thought I would have done, but apparently not. Go figure. Oh no, I do. Go away, McAfee. Device ain't fully protecting my horse biscuits. Search put this character, but with the usual like black and green coloration of the ruined people.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
As you see her,
Nico's been grabbed.
Nico's been grabbed.
Nico's been grabbed.
turned out Phoenyrie was Nico.
Oh.
And they were waiting for you to get this close.
Delris is gonna run up to her.
No.
You just immediately run up to her with Pebble still.
Just like
Yeah.
abandon everyone else. Because this
Delris
was
is
when you were 15 foot away, so...
I mean, the others can keep up.
Yeah.
We don't really have a choice.
He's silently glad that he doesn't have to be in the freaking dome.
As you get closer, you just hear her go, "You abandoned Nico. You left Nico all alone."
We made a mutual decision.
Was it mutual, or was it just you abandoning Nico? Either way.
Very much mutual. Either way.
Nico will show you what happens when Nico abandoned.
Just kind of tries to drag her into Pebble's light.
As you try and drag her, you feel her form begin to grow. And start to tower over you.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Kuiper is at the earliest possible convenience going to cast Moonbeam.
Moonbeam?
Moonbeam.
Okay. And I am going to say this. We will be ending the session soon and a bit earlier, because, yes, Jack, this will be a battle map being made. There will be actual fighting going on. But you see, in the shadows being well, not in the shadows. Yeah, what am I saying? You see her form start to shift and change. And apparently I don't have a picture of this uploaded anymore. What the fuck?
Like, so this fucker wants to say love conquers all? Well, he fucked up.
Give me a second, I've just tried to find the picture again. You watch the form change as she grows taller and taller still, towering over you lot, and then towering over the building, then seemingly towering over even some of the smaller hills.
I'm going to kick her ass.
And this is the form she has taken in D&D chat.
Biggest amount of nope from Potoo.
Delris is kind of probably still holding on, just like,
Big daddy lads.
it's like, and Alekxander says, I'm going to beat her. It's like, no, you'll not hurt her!
For goodness sakes, there must be someone I'm allowed to stick a fucking sword in!
You
You're
say
not
as you're
hurting-
quite literally sticking swords in all the ghosts that are coming near you.
They are not as satisfying as physical objects, voice and head.
It's like fighting blue balls, isn't it?
Just the deep voice booming from this thing. You want something satisfying to fight, then.
You will be it, for fuck's sake. Don't need to toot your own horn, that's my job.
You
No.
bastard!
Galder turns around at this point, just laughing to himself. Did you watch his form shift? Because yes, this wasn't just Galder himself, it was quite literally Dorian taking over. The changeling.
Mm.
And Alekxander, you find yourself facing yourself.
I mean, Alexander now knows he's definitely in for a good fight. You can play all your silly tricks! Alexander knows who Alexander is, and that is Alexander. And there is only room for one Alexander!
We just hear
Anyway,
Solar.
not that I don't think anyone else can actually take more than one Alexander.
And with actually, one last thing I need to do before I say and with that, because you said that you were holding on to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're quite high up in the air now.
Oh no, they're not in the circle anymore.
I am going to drop Pebble down to the others.
So I'll make a dex check to catch him.
Yeah,
Yes, I will do that.
you'll get hurt.
25. I'm sorry, Pebble's a freaking ally. I don't want him getting
Yeah.
smashed.
You catch. He kind of burns you, but you do catch them.
It's just like hot potato as I quickly dive down, give it to freaking Kuiper, and go back up for a freaking Delris.
Yeah. You have given me power.
Smells like
Hey.
burnt chicken.
Frickin' Ruin
Oh,
King
that doesn't
That's
look
what I
good.
need to look up.
just kind of look like, hey, Ruin King, Viego, bastard, whatever your name is.
Right first time.
Yes.
You said love always wins. You've really fucked up now. Because I'm not going to stop until she's back.
Then you know how I am.
That you don't know how to back up. That's my job.
Then you know exactly what quest I am going through. So I won't stop until she's back with me.
Who?
Do not play pronoun game, motherfucker! I hate that game!
My queen is all day.
Isn't there another way to get her back other than this fucking shit?
Also, just to quickly note, Nautilus is 39 foot 3 inches tall.
I know.
So if you were like had her by the shoulders, you would be almost that entire full height off the ground now.
Yeah, but
on the shoulder.
Good. To be honest, I can survive that fall.
Oh yeah, fair fall.
I'm a monk. But it's just kind of there like, ain't there another way to get her back other than all this shit?
This is literally a royal guy. He's throwing a temper.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's the Sentinel of Light event in a nutshell, folks. The depressed royal throws hissy fit until he gets wife back.
Wife who hates her.
I mean, you're not wrong. So, with Alekxander staring down Alekxander, with Kuiper whispering to Pebble about possibly launching his ammunition, with Delris high up in the sky, with Mariah slowly being surrounded by eggplants.
With
All of which seems to be pulling
doing
out
all
tiny
the
forks,
drugs.
by the way, Mariah.
Oh god, they're going to eat Mariah.
I'm gonna die.
Nonsense, you've still got some non-possessed eggplants in your
Mom!
too.
Kuiper, before we end,
Yep.
make me one quick perception. That'll do. A figure steps out from the mist, wearing what seems to be tainted golden armor.
Dorian, right?
It's not Dorian. It's a black-scaled Dragonborn.
Okay, regardless of what Pebble thinks, it's being used as ammunition. I do apologize.
If Pebble gets broken, you know you're gonna get your nose broke.
Probably.
And also, Pebble's the only thing keeping you safe from the mist and the ghosts in it.
Yeah.
So, we are going to end it there this week, as I will need to set things up for a giant battle next week. So, yes. For everyone that tuned in, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time on the Dark Tales of Runeterra. The session where Alekxander actually gets to kill shit. I don't know if that was cut off on purpose or not, but it was cut off in the perfect way that most things that get cut off as soon as the noise starts and then it just cuts off. That thing like cut off and then we just got the end part.
Reverse cutoff?
Yeah, cut in, I guess.
Cut on.
Cut on. Cut orifice.
Oh, but on.
So, we will see you all next time on Dark Tales of Runeterra. Bye.
Ow.